Hi everyone, it's Rebecca here, and I wanted to record a video today about a metaphor that came up during a coaching session. And I think you might find it helpful, especially if you're caring for somebody that's going through struggling with an eating disorder right now. If you're struggling yourself, if you have an eating disorder, then you may well find this helpful too. So one of the things that I found when B was ill was that I was able to, some of the time, not all of the time, but be able to see the difference between B, my daughter, and the eating disorder, the experience of what she was going through. I don't think I ever saw the eating disorder as her. She did, and we used to have quite a few battles about that when she would get really upset and cross when I would say, try and point her to the fact that it wasn't her, because she was saying, but it is me. And so some of the times what I would find is that when the eating disorder was speaking, it didn't even sound like B. Her voice was sharp and spiky in a way, and her features on her face seemed to change as well. And when it was B, she was softer and gentler. And I don't know whether that's something that that resonates with you, that you can see that for yourself. So what came up in this session, which you may well find helpful in helping you see this a bit more clearly maybe, is that when, and I'm thinking back years now, that when somebody was taken hostage, they are paraded in front of the TV, the cameras, and they're made to, so the person that's been kidnapped is made to say the words to the world that their kidnappers are making them say. And I know I've seen that on TV at times, thankfully not for a long time. But when we're watching that, we know that they're being made to say something. We know that actually they're thinking and feeling and wanting to say something completely different. We know that it's not them. We can see through that. We can see through what they're being made to say. And that kind of came to mind for me, that's what's going on here too, when someone's struggling with an eating disorder. The words that are coming out of their mouth are the words that the kidnapper, let's say the kidnapper is the eating disorder, is making them say. And what I'd love you to see is, what are they really saying? What's really going on? What are they really trying to communicate? And if we can do that, then how we respond is going to be different as well. So if we are responding to the words of the kidnapper, the eating disorder, then we're likely to do battle down at this level here. And as we know, terrorists and hostage takers, they're not in the same state of mind as most of us. They'll do anything. They'll do anything. So as governments say, we don't negotiate with terrorists. And in a way, maybe that's something that we can get our head around as well. So when we're battling down here, that's what we're doing, we're negotiating. So if we, I know at times, sometimes we're reacting, we're in such a state of fear ourselves that we're down here. And what if we could let that go? And sometimes that's possible, and other times, as I say, our emotions are running so high that we can't even see to do that. But what if we could see what's going on behind what's being said? I know I've mentioned this before, but there's a psychiatrist called Dr. Bill Pettit, whose work I love. And I remember him saying once, or read it, or watched a video, I can't remember where it was now, that he said with the patients that he works with, he speaks to the person behind the mask. And eventually at some point that person will respond. So this is the same, that we're not going to, if we can be aware of what's going on, so the words that are coming out of the mouth are the words of the hostage taker. They're not the words of the person that you love. If you are struggling with an eating disorder right now, maybe you can begin to notice that in yourself. And even notice when you're responding to somebody who is responding, whether it's the hostage taker or whether it's you. And it'll feel different. It'll feel different, completely different in our bodies. I hope you found that helpful. I would love to hear your feedback on that, your comments perhaps. If you're interested in having a conversation about it, to dig a little deeper into that, then don't hesitate to message, to leave a comment, to get in touch with us. And just for ease for you, if you are enjoying these videos, then don't hesitate to subscribe, and then you'll be notified when we're posting our next video. I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye for now.